Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.
So hey guys, today in this video I'm going to talk to you about Downscan. I've already done a couple videos on 2D. I'll be doing a total of 6 videos on electronics, so you can decide what kind of electronics you're going to need, because there's so much technology out, and a lot of times if you're just basic fishing you probably don't need a lot of it, but watch the videos and you'll learn. I'm going to teach you how to run them, and you can make your own decision of what units you need. You don't need to spend a lot of money, but as you see, I'm an avid user of my electronics, so I want everything and I want the best of everything. I want to be able to see and know what's below me and what's swimming around me. So watch this video and I hope you can learn something. So Downscan, it shows directly under your boat, just like 2D, but a little bit wider, and I'll teach you a little bit about it. The next one's going to be sidescan, so you could actually go down and see distance way aside on the boat. Maybe like if I'm in 10 feet of water, I could probably see 80 feet on each side of the boat. Then I'm going to have livetarget, which is actually real-time live. You could actually see the fish swimming around. And then I'm going to do one on 360, which I position the boat, turn it on, and it scans and goes in a circle 360 around the boat, and it shows you everything. It'll show you trees, logs, dirt, or whatever you want to do. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like, because it lets me know, that you guys are interested in the kind of content that I'm doing in my videos. And please hit the like and also the subscribe, because it'll help my channel a lot. So stay tuned and we'll get right into this Downscan. Let's talk about Downscan, and actually what is Downscan and what are its uses. So first of all, you watched the last video I did a couple of them on 2D sonar. So 2D sonar and Downscan, let's compare the two. And I'm going to show you the difference. And I'm going to tell you the difference. So basically, frequencies on your 2D sonar, 83-200. On your Downscan, 455-800. It's a lot higher. You can't shoot the high frequency transducers through your holes. Fiberglass boats, you could shoot them through with 83-200, but with 455-800, has to go on the outside. It will not shoot through. So one of the two differences in 2D and Downscan is 2D, if I was in 10 feet of water, my cone angle is going to be about 3.5 to 4 feet. On Downscan, it's going to be around 19 feet, so it actually looks a lot wider. So that application, I think, is made, or what I use it for, is in shallower water, say in depths of 60 feet or less. Then if I'm deeper than that, I prefer to use 2D sonar. Let me show you a little bit about the differences. So on your 2D sonar, I actually, like if you wanted to see the bottom and tell how hard or soft the bottom is, I think 2D is 10 times easier to see it than Downscan. The advantage of Downscan, so like if there was a pinnacle or a boat sunken down there or some structure down there, you would actually see like a rough image, like a video of it, like a rough image, where your 2D sonar would just show you a clump. So there's a lot of plus and minuses. You could split the screen, so I have half the screen of 2D and half the screen of Downscan, and then I can compare it. So on 2D sonar here, if I wanted to see the definition of the bottom, so this is your Downscan, this is 2D, you could definitely see the difference. And this yellow, like if you watched my other video on 2D, the thicker and the brighter that yellow is, the harder the bottom is. So on Downscan, it doesn't give you that good detail. You could see it, but it's not quite as jumps out at you, and it's a lot easier to see. But just remember that on this one here, like if there was a sunken boat down there, you would just see a glob come up on the screen. And this one here, you would actually get a rough image of whatever is down there. So you have to fool around with the screens. I always split mine so I can tell the difference. Now let's go down into the Downscan, and I'll show you some of the settings that you need to do. So on all these units, it doesn't matter what brand you have, but on mine, I hit the page button and then down scan. So I hit the down scan and up it comes. So one of the things is I've always talked about is range control. So if I knew that I was going to be in 45 feet of water, I would take it off of auto. So you hit the auto, I'm going to turn it off. And if I know I'm going to be in 40 feet, I'll set it on 60 or whatever depth I'm at. So if I set it in 40 feet, you notice that the bottom is gone, but it tells me I'm 43.8 feet, but it's off the bottom because I'm only in 40. So if I want to see the bottom, I got to raise it to 60. And what happens is when you put it on manual, you're opening up the screen. So if I knew I was in 43, I would open it so I get a better picture and I could actually see the targets a lot better. Anything you see like this in a line, the reason it's showing straight across the screen is because I'm not moving. The boat is anchored. So I'm not moving, and what happens is that fish is swimming through the cone and it just prints it as a line. Otherwise, I would get definitely arcs. And if they're yellow and red, then they're a good sized fish. So remember, this setting control for your depth, I usually take it off of auto unless I don't know what depth I'm going to be in. Then I'll leave it in auto. Then we're going to come over to here and we're going to skip down, and you know what palette is? Palette is they give you an option because a lot of people see colors different. So you have a choice. You can change it and put it to whatever color suits your eyes best. So that's the palette control, which you also have in 2D. Then we're going to come down here to advanced. So surface clarity. Any of your filters, you always want to put them as low or off. So most of the time I'm fishing in a little backish water or something, then I have to turn it to low. If I was in a lake that's clear all the time, I would probably leave it off. Come back down here and then we're going to go to more options first. So more options, you can actually stop the sonar. So if you wanted to freeze the screen and observe it, look at it, you could start it back up. Fish reveal, leave that on. Range line just puts lines. Preview, I'll leave off. Come back here to fish review options. This is probably one of the most important. I always setting my sensitivity just like anything else. When you back it down, you keep coming down to clear the screen up, and if you take it too far down, observe the picture. See it going away? So you're not going to see a whole lot. So I always put it up to where it's cluttering the screen, and then I'll stop. So usually when I'm fishing in any depths down to 40 feet, you're going to be around that 85 to 90%. See, now I got a real clear picture. Here, your surface clarity, same thing, up on the top. If you want to clear it, you just adjust it. So I'm going to give you a little background on the Downscan and what I use it for. So like if I'm fishing saltwater, I usually don't prefer using the Downscan because I'm in deeper water, and most of the time I'll use my 2D sonar. If you were fishing shallow, like down to 60 feet rock fishing, then yes, I would use it because you could really see good pictures of the pinnacles. Otherwise, my typical use is in the river. I use it a lot. In lakes, I use it a lot. If I'm in depths of less than 50 feet, 50 or 60 feet, then I'll use the Downscan. I always, when I'm fishing navigable water, meaning where there's current, I'll usually graph going with the current. You'll see a lot more fish. You'll see your targets a lot better grafting downstream. I don't care whether you're using Downscan, 2D sonar, or whatever. You'll get a lot better picture. And also, you just remember one important thing is your chart speed needs to be going the opposite of your boat speed. So if you're going really slow in the boat, turn that chart speed all the way to max. So Downscan has its uses. I use it for targeting stuff. So like if I wanted to see, if I ran over something down in 20 feet of water, I could tell you whether it's a sunken boat or a vehicle or whatever. You would actually see an image of that picture. So regarding the chart speed, so remember guys, on 2D sonar right here, it has chart speed on here. Right here is your scroll speed. So 2D sonar, you can adjust it. On Downscan here, it's automatic. So as you increase, it'll slow up, and as you go faster, it'll slow down by itself. So most of the time when I'm running, I prefer to use 2D sonar. Then when I slow down and stop the boat, then I'll use my Downscan. So as you can see, the 2D and the Downscan, you see the arcs, and you can see the yellows. The yellows meaning that it's a larger target. You can see the little bait balls on the Downscan. You see the brownish fuzz balls underneath the yellow and red arcs. And there's a good picture of fish on there. So they both have about the same definition. You could read the hard or soft bottom better on the 2D. But the one on the left, the Downscan, see there's a lot more fish in there because the cone angle is a lot wider, probably 4 times wider. So it's picking up more information. So now we're coming into some baits. You see that on the Downscan, that line heading down, those are cables. See the yellow line on the bottom, it went through the protruded through the bottom. See, that's cable. Those are cable. We're by a marina, and you see a lot of bait fish hanging around where the cable ties are. And you can also see the arcs where the fish are. So the Downscan has a definitely, when you're looking at objects and targets down there, it shows definitely a lot better picture than your 2D. So there's a lot of pros and cons. I use them both. So, you know, you could split the screen like this and pick and choose what you want to use. Okay, see on the left, that yellow mark, that real mark, that's a cable. See how it's tying going to the bottom? That's a cable. And on the right side, the 2D, you see the cable there in red, and there's like a bunch of bait balls hanging around it. So you can see the difference in the pictures. So, you know, you just have to pick and choose. Today we're fishing various. I got a couple humminbird. Look at the size of the thing, bigger than my hand. You never know what you're going to catch. So I hope you found this video helpful. And if you want, you can leave a comment, and I'll get back with you in a couple of days. So like if you saw something on the video and you're not quite sure, just leave me a comment, and I'll answer you right back. And I appreciate you guys watching my channel, and if I could help you, just leave me a comment, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.